4,500 and even 5,000 francs CFA. And Cameroon loses Good evening once more. Chicken is scarce and expensive in Bafia. Housewives and vendors were already seeking alternative measures. The prices have moved from 2,800 francs CFA to 4,500 francs and even 5,000 francs CFA. More in the following story. Empty makeshift stands almost covered by grass. This is the state of the poultry section of the Njumba market in Bafia, in the central region of Cameroon. Completely deserted and void of its regular customers and vendors, it is an unusual atmosphere that has gripped the market for these. Poultry vendors have expressed their frustration. They blame the price hike on an increase in chicken feed and other ingredients. One of the problems is a low production capacity in the cultivation of maize used in the production of fowl feed. Same with some ingredients, all have witnessed price hikes. Housewives who insist on consuming chicken now can only buy at an exorbitant rate of at least 4,500 francs CFA. Chicken is fast being scarce on the menus of some housewives. Chicken is scarce and expensive. This is because of the main ingredients, or let's just say the feed is too expensive. The price of a sizable chicken has risen from 2,800 francs CFA in the last few days to 3,500 francs and even 4,500 francs. Even a bag of soya beans that we used to buy at 21,000 francs CFA has witnessed a significant increase. Vendors also complain of the price of chicks, which has also skyrocketed. The price hikes of chicken has affected other businesses around the sector, like those specialized in cleaning the chicken. Our job too as chicken cleaners has been affected. Most of the guys roam around the area. Despite the scarcity and price increase, some persons we met say they can't do without the protein foods. They just have to bear the cost. I have the habit of buying chicken, but this time around it's tough. The scarcity has forced vendors to reflect on alternative businesses while waiting for the situation to stabilize. Cameroon loses at least a 20 billion franc CFA to illegal, unregulated and unreported fishing annually, according to a report from the Ministry of Livestock, Fisheries and Animal Industries. The practice does not only affect the economy, but also human and aquatic life. A reporter, Gladys Ambo Odiban, sought to know more from livestock experts how these bad practices are carried out in the sector. Her story.
It is at this landing facility in Yopwe in the Douala 2 subdivision that men or fishermen that carry out artisanal fishing commercialize their goods every morning. We have close to 90 of them here in Yopwe, and they come along with close to 2.5 tons of fish. This is less the quantity we had 5 to 10 years ago. The drop in quantity is the direct effect of illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing.
Yopwe is open. Those who usually do maybe like use poor fishing techniques, they will always never come to the market. They will go maybe to other landing facilities to offload their fish, which is not accepted. They indulge into maybe using gamalin, using bad fishing nets, or trying to use other fishing techniques that are prohibited.
Practices which consequently affect human and aquatic lives.
The consequence is that they don't allow the fish to regenerate, to renew itself, reproduction and so on, so the small fish can grow and become bigger fish. There's a size of fish that is authorized to be consumed. With time, there's a drastic drop in the population of fish, or if you like, the stock of fish that we have in our waters.
We try to control the sizes of the fish that's been brought to the market. If we have a high level of immature fish in the market, we sanction those who bring such fish.
Most of the time, we seize them and they end up being destroyed. So at the end of the day, we are not sure if we are meeting the needs, the nutritional needs of the population.
Close to 1,000 fishermen from the southwest region, Mwanko and Manoka, commercialize their goods at this landing platform in Yupwe, Veli, and as we walk through the fish market, we are told by these experts some of the fish species exhibited are not at maturity stage, most of them undeclared, thereby affecting data on fish stock.
When they fish and they probably don't come and deport here, they don't come and offload here, they go and offload elsewhere. You see what it does to the state coffers. A lot of money is lost.
One of our main activities here is statistic collection. And these statistics helps in governmental development projects. If fish that is being caught is not declared, we'll definitely send wrong figures as to the quantity of fish that we have.
Industrial fishing is entirely carried out by foreign trawlers, most of whom fish any species outside the 7-mile nautical limit on Cameroon waters and fraudulently export the produce. Cameroon therefore loses at least 20 billion francs CFA annually to illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing, according to a recent report from the Ministry of Livestock, Fisheries and Animal Industries.
The fourth edition of the Grand Prix Francophile has been officially launched by the Réseaux de Journalistes Culturels du Cameroun. This was during a press conference granted at the Ministry of Communication in Yaoundé. This year's edition is patroned by the Canadian High Commission to Cameroon and aims to valorize cultural journalists. Paloma Sama attended the press conference and has the following story.
According to Réseaux des Journalistes du Cameroun, journalists specialized on cultural issues are left behind with regards to different media opportunities. And coming together during the launch of the Grand Prix Francophilie this July 6 in Yaoundé, it is a starting point to changing their status, with journalists hoping to grab sponsorships of their projects. An initiative to elevate journalists to the spotlight.
We also wanted to recognize our talents. Every day in our media, we put others on the spotlight, but who puts us on the spotlight? It is essentially dedicated to journalists and those who love good information.
The drive is geared towards creating a media specialized just in culture.
Today in Cameroon, we do not even have an enterprise 100% culture, no newspaper 100% culture.
Just like every other edition, that of 2023 has the privilege to be patroned by the Canadian High Commissioner to Cameroon, who is out to support press freedom in general and that of culture in particular.
The reason that we wanted to support this is because it's a good opportunity to recognize the talent within the cultural domain of Cameroon, but provide training towards journalists who are working in this area.
Activities to commemorate this edition will run from July 24th to 30th in 4 different venues: the Yaoundé Conference Center, the Town Hall, the National Museum Garden, and the Cameroon French Institute. All these with a major objective of valorizing the artistic and cultural media in Cameroon.
The former president of Ecuador, Rosalia Ateka, has lauded the hospitality of Cameroon and her rich artifacts in her 4 days visit to Cameroon. She had talks with members of government, local and administrative authorities with exchanges on how to better governance and ameliorate the different sectors of the economy. More on the story with our reporter, Hyson Cha.
It has been a great moment in Cameroon for the former president of the Republic of Ecuador, Dr. Rosalia Atega, who keeps nothing but beautiful memories of her 4 days visit.
It has been a really extraordinary possibility to get to know Cameroon, and I congratulate you to have this very warm and hospitality country and I hope to come back again.
With part of her mission to Cameroon being to inaugurate the African and Cameroonian Confederation of Interior Designers in Yaoundé, she was struck by the variety of such artistic works produced by Cameroonians.
And I was surprised, really, because I didn't know about it, about the amount of artists, creators that are here in Cameroon. And it will bring the possibility to have that house for the designers, for the artists, for the fashionists, for all the people that are creative. Yes, fantastic. Yes, I love handicrafts, and I take the opportunity to buy some handicrafts and take with me a piece of Cameroon.
Rosalia Atega was received in audience by some members of government, notably the Minister of Arts and Culture, the Minister of Tourism, the Minister of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, among others, including the Speaker of the National House of Assembly, as well as authorities of the Judicial Department. These geared towards strengthening bilateral relations between the two countries.
It was the first good impression, and the possibility to strengthen the links between our countries, because we had a lot in common in agricultural issues, even in artistic issues. We are countries that are going to the development, and we need, of course, the support of other countries in this polarized world. We can make the difference, demonstrated that countries like Ecuador and Cameroon can make the difference.
She also had rich exchanges with local authorities on development-related issues.
And especially women, female mayors. And they were very enthusiastic about the possibility to exchange experiences of local authorities. I'm looking very forward to this.
And with her rich knowledge in governance, at every stage of her visit, she left behind major recommendations.
Military honors to a soldier brutally assassinated by alleged criminals in the Bonamusadi neighborhood that was a month ago in Cameroon's economic city. Douala family members could not hide their pain today as her colleagues bid her farewell, describing her as selfless and committed towards her job. Valerie was brutally assassinated in the night of June 11, breaking June 12. More in the following story. Melancholic atmosphere and wailing as colleagues, family members and friends gathered at Mbopi Gendarmerie Brigade to bid farewell to a fallen gendarme officer, Njok Valerie, brutally assassinated by a gang of criminals on June 11, 2023. Her death remains painful and unbearable to family members and colleagues.
Nous sommes réunis ici, dans la cour d'honneur du groupe d'escadron numéro 2, pour rendre hommage au gendarme-major Njok Valerie Janine.
In a solemn ceremony to pay homage to the brave soldier, the squadron commander described this exemplary.
Tu as montré à tes camarades comment rester zen à une situation et être en bonne humeur.
She regrets her premature exit, but proud of the sacrifices she made for the defense of her nation, Cameroon. The tribute to the departed soldier sent hot tears, broadening down the cheeks of mourners. Njok Valerie was brutally assassinated in the night of June 11, breaking June 12, 2023, a few meters from her home around Bonamusadi in the Douala 5 council area on her way home with her neighbor when they were attacked by 3 bandits on board a motorbike. The bandits snatched her handbag, and in the course of struggling with them, she was stabbed by the criminals and later died in the hospital. The suspected killers have been arrested and are currently being detained at the Judicial Police in Douala. Kylian Mbappe, in his 3-day stay in Cameroon today, was granted audience by the Prime Minister and Head of Government, Dr. Joseph Diangote. The over 30 minutes of discussion between the two focused on possibilities of executing projects related to football in Cameroon. Let's listen to this excerpt of Kylian Mbappe, taken by our reporter Hysen Chai immediately after the audience.
Before in French, it's an honor for me to be here, to be in the country of my origin, to be with my family, to see all the people there. And they show me some love, they show me all the things, and I'm really grateful for everything. Today was a great day, yesterday was even better. So I'm so happy to be here, and I hope to enjoy my day and the day after. We have many projects that we talk about right now. I can't talk about publicly for the moment, but the only thing I can say is there is many projects for the Cameroon, for the children, and for the future. I hope to come back soon. But I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for everything.
And from Yaoundé, Kylian Mbappe is expected to be in Cameroon's economic city, Douala, that is tomorrow, Saturday. And that brings us to the end of this edition of the Prime Time Newscast in the English language and Canal the International. Thanks so much for watching. But coming up next is The Brief with Mark Shamo. So we'll be back same time, but this time around on Monday.